You show each other the house, the trip, the life you'd love, and then kill it with 3 words. Maybe one day. Have you ever noticed how quickly a shared dream gets talked out of existence? One of you sends the other a photo of a house, or a place you'd love to travel, or a way you'd love to live, and for a moment, something lights up. You can both see it. Then one of you says, yeah, maybe one day, and then almost immediately current reality takes the stage. We couldn't afford that. It's not the right timing. What about the kids? We're too busy. It's not realistic. And just like that, the vision disappears. Most people think they're being sensible, grounded, responsible. They believe maturity means only wanting what already looks possible. But what's really happening is that current reality is being given authority over the vision for the future. And that's one of the biggest mistakes couples make, is they look at where they are now and assume that it tells them what they're allowed to create next. Inside True North, we make a clear distinction that current reality is information. It's not an instruction. It tells you where you are. It does not get to decide where you're going, because a relationship is not simply something you maintain. It's something you create. And creating begins when at least one person is willing to tell the truth about what they'd love, not what feels safe to ask for or what fits neatly inside the life they already have, but what they would actually love. The moment you name that vision, a gap appears between where you are and where you'd love to be. Most people experience that gap as a problem. They feel a tension and try to immediately remove it. Let's be realistic. Maybe one day. But the tension isn't proof that the vision is wrong. The tension is creative energy required to move towards the vision. Without the gap, there's no tension. And without tension, nothing gets created. No synchronicities, no new insights, no inner nudges in relation to the next steps. The problem begins when you collapse the vision to make the tension disappear. You feel safer, but your future becomes a slightly rearranged version of the past. And that doesn't mean ignoring the mortgage, quitting your job tomorrow, or pretending practical constraints don't exist. It means refusing to make current circumstances the author of your life. A more powerful conversation sounds like, that's what we'd love. This is where we are now, so what would the next step be? And you don't need the entire plan. You need enough inner clarity of your vision to recognise the next step. We all have it, a sound and reliable inner guidance system. And so now you're not arguing with reality. You're not surrendering to it. You're using it as the starting point for creating what you truly want. So the next time one of you says, maybe one day, pause and ask, do we actually mean one day, or are we using realism to avoid the tension of creating something bigger? Because shared dreams rarely disappear in one dramatic moment. They disappear through 100 reasonable conversations where nobody is willing to keep the vision alive.